Hello once again, and before I start the video, all I want to say is, if you're a viewer of Connor, I beg that you try to relax and just listen. I understand it's hard to listen to someone criticize someone you like, but he did do something really dumb, and it needs to be said. Now on to the topic for today. So I was on YouTube, and I wanted to watch Jaiden Animations. However, as I was scrolling, I saw this video, and the title was, I feel awful for Jaiden Animations, which makes you think, oh, did she get Kobe Covington 19? Nope. There's just apparently a bunch of fan art of her and James, which is not even true, considering the fact that I searched up Jaiden Animation fan art and I didn't find any shipping of her and James. So I would say it's pretty rare, but I did find other stuff. Anyways, the point is, Connor really feels awful for her, so let's find out why. And just from the opening, you can tell what type of guy Connor is.
Leave a like on this video right now and you'll literally get nothing. Dude, it is a fantastic deal. Leave a like.
Wow, you're so funny. Just tell people to like your videos. Stop with this quirky crap. Haha, please like my videos, but I'm saying it as a joke so you guys don't hate me. Haha.
So Jaiden Animations is a really awesome animation channel. She's a really good person and she has a really good community. However, there's a bit of a dark side to something going on in her community and it really just needs to be addressed.
No, it doesn't. As a matter of fact, we should ignore it. And anyone who actually thinks critically about this understands that.
So I thought we'd take today's video and go over what's going wrong, why it's wrong, and basically hopefully it'll stop.
It won't.
So the top comment here reads, James has a girlfriend. It's not Jaiden. Stop with the art. So basically what's happening here is James is the odds one out, which is another, there were the odd ones out. Sorry, I'm not very smart.
Yeah, you're not. If you were, you would understand that you're not helping. So he talks a little bit more about Jaiden and James, but he doesn't really say anything, so I'm skipping that part. And so in this clip, he's talking about Jack and Mark and the fan art they received.
I know that Jack and Mark have come out about it later saying that that stuff really made them uncomfortable, and it was probably one of the reasons why they didn't have more collabs. Like, people really made it out to be that they were best friends having sleepovers every night.
They probably didn't collab because they didn't feel like it. I highly doubt that the fan art affected them that much. Also, not every YouTuber that collabs with each other are friends. Come on, dude, really?
Didn't. But it actually gets worse when you think about it when it comes to Jaiden and James. Real quick, if you could make sure you are subscribed.
Shut the f up!
Really? You can't wait till the end of the video before saying this? This guy's such a sleazebag.
You might be thinking to yourself, well, why is it worse? Why is the artwork of Jaiden and James doing weird things worse than the artwork of Jack and Mark doing weird things? I mean, Jack and Mark were very uncomfortable with it. Well, the thing with Jaiden and James, it goes another level because James has a girlfriend.
Oh no! Anyway.
Do you honestly believe that they don't know that? Guess what?
Newsflash!
I know, hold on, Senator Paul.
Newsflash!
They do, and they don't care. You're so out of touch that you don't understand that some people just don't care. I'm going to skip a lot here because this guy rambles and says nothing.
I mean, honestly, as a fan of both Mark and Jack, or Jacksepticeye, I honestly wish that they made more videos together. And I think that there is a decent chance that if there wasn't so much hype around this relationship that never happened and doesn't exist and makes them both feel really uncomfortable, they've stated in later interviews that it makes them feel really uncomfortable, they probably would have made more content together.
So I wanted to see for myself if Jack and Mark actually did care. And from what I can find, they really didn't. Jack just thinks that it went too far, but it didn't ruin his friendship with Mark, and Mark doesn't really seem to be too bothered by it. I feel like Connor is just saying this because it makes it seem a lot worse than it actually is. Because for me, I really wouldn't care if someone drew fan art of me and my friend. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but that's about it. I wouldn't stop collabing with my friend because of it.
It's just such a shame to see that a lot of people are spending their, their potential talent and their potential energy on something that is really detrimental to both Jaiden and as well as Jaiden and James's relationship together.
You bringing this up is detrimental to Jaiden and James' relationship. There is no way you can stop these people from drawing what they draw. The best you can do is ignore it. Talking about it does nothing but bring more attention to it. You are the problem. If you were really trying to help, you would make a video telling people not to talk about it. At least that is something that we can put somewhat of an end to. But telling hundreds of thousands of people to stop drawing Jaiden and James is never going to work. The people you're telling to stop are the type of people that don't care. How is that hard to understand?
Oh, I honestly don't know if these people drawing Jaiden and James in really kind of like weird situations together, if you know what I mean. I don't know if they're doing it with the intent to be harmful or malicious.
They probably are. and they don't care.
And I really hope that the people who do that see this video and understand where I'm coming from and just why it just really isn't acceptable. And if you're gonna do it, don't post it. Don't let Jaiden see it. Just, I mean, first of all, don't do it in general. I mean, they both strongly are against it, and it would make them very uncomfortable.
Your words are about as effective as the kids saying, stop bullying. This guy acts like those people are going to listen to him.
Don't post it. Don't let Jaiden see it. Just, I mean, first of all, don't do it in general. I mean,
they're going to do what they do, and there's nothing you can do but ignore it. Don't give it attention. That's probably one of the reasons Jaiden doesn't make a video about it. But if people like you keep bringing it up, she just might have to. Even though it would be better if she didn't. You're not helping, you're not a hero.
The damage is really done is when other people see it, and especially if there's a chance that Jaiden or James's significant other is gonna see it.
Dude, how naive are you? They probably already seen it. They are not kids. They are adults. I'm sure they can handle it. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. You are the problem. You making this video is the problem.
And I'm really hoping that this problem will, you know, at least begin to fix itself. I'm not expecting overnight correction, but...
Good. Because it's not happening. It's never happening. The best we can do is ignore it. But people like you who keep bringing it up are making it harder to ignore. Obviously, I don't expect anything more from a guy who falls for trolls and makes a video making fun of them, which is a video for another day. But this guy didn't stop here. He made another video about it, just as bad. And I know some of you might think I'm being too harsh on the guy, but honestly, I don't think this guy cares about Jaiden. I don't think this guy makes a video and really thinks about it. He probably just thinks of an idea and runs with it, without thinking if it makes any sense. This guy posts 2 videos a day. That is not enough time to really think about what you're talking about critically. And not only that, but the videos he made on Jaiden and James are all pretty much the same. Which seems like to me, he's just milking the whole thing without adding anything new. But wait! Huge side note. So as I was making this video, Jaiden was interviewed by Anthony Padilla, and he asked her what did she think of the provocative fan art people were making of her. And she pretty much said what I was saying in this video.
There's the people who know about it and are telling me to say something about it.
Yeah.
There's the people who are making it, who are aware of it. And then there's the general audience who doesn't know. So why would I talk about it and just make them aware of it? People are like, think that I have a choice on like, hey, let's take it all down. Right. It's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, she agrees with me. Not with people like Conor. Oh, and speaking of Conor, this is what she thinks of people like him.
And the people who are making the videos really, they make me a little bit more upset because they're pretending to take the moral high ground on like, this is horrible.
Right.
When they're the ones who are really like, profiting and benefiting. And you can't pretend to be the good person in this scenario. Like, to put it lightly, I don't really appreciate it.
Die, you commie.
So not only does she agree with me, but she thinks that people like Conor are just doing it for attention and money, and that they don't really care. But you guys might be thinking, well, why does she agree with you and not with Conor? Because she is smart enough to understand that you can't stop these people from making fan art. And if she talked about it, it would only be bringing more attention to it. Conor might already understand this, but chose to ignore it because money. Either that, or he's just so stupidly naive and doesn't understand that Jaiden has no say in what people can and cannot draw. Either way, this is not good for Conor. Also, I will be leaving a link for the full interview in the description. Still, I have to continue the video because he says some dumb stuff in his other video as well. So, now on to the other video. And we're gonna skip a lot because this guy and he rambles on too much.
Hair an elephant. I know that the internet likes their ships, but let me just say this once and for all. It's not okay to ship real people that have their own lives and relationships off of YouTube.
I honestly don't think anyone can say it any clearer than they just did. It's not okay. The odd ones out just said it is not okay. And the thing is, people gotta respect this. People gotta listen to him. And people gotta respect this.
You are so naive to think that just because James said it was not okay, the fans would stop. It irritates me how ignorant you are.
Like, the thing is, if he said that this was okay for people to, you know, ship him and another creator or make weird art of him and another creator, the thing is, there's really not that much I can do or say because at the end of the day, the creator, like, said it was okay.
There isn't really much you can do now. Just shut up.
And the thing is, people gotta respect this. People gotta listen to him, and people gotta respect this.
Shut up.
But the thing is, he just stated so clearly that it's not okay, that there are no ifs, ands, or buts in this situation.
You think that matters? There's still going to be fan art.
Literally search up Jaiden Animations or The Odd Ones Out on Google Images. If you go far enough, you will find it, dude. Like, it is easy to find.
Well, that's too bad.
Well, also, like, on a more serious note, I think explaining this to, like, a significant other or, like, in James's case, his girlfriend, I just assumed this was, like, super weird and probably had a lot of tension in the relationship. Like,
I'm pretty sure James's girlfriend is smart enough to know fans do a lot of things that are out of your control, and therefore you shouldn't be responsible for them. I highly doubt that this is seriously going to affect their relationship. And if you're worried, Connor, how about you stop talking about it?
but the thing is, this stuff is still going on even after James has specifically said, please do not.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't care. I know I said this before, but it bothers me how naive this guy is. It's almost like he has never heard of Rule 34, which states, if it exists, there is porn of it. This is one of those cases where ignoring something is just a better choice. But yeah, that's it. He talks a little bit more about how they should respect boundaries, which is just wishful thinking. And if I keep going, I'm just gonna repeat myself, like Connor did when he made several videos about Jaiden and James. Anyways, the lesson to learn here is, let's ignore the fan art that is made about Jaiden and everyone would win. That shouldn't be hard to do, but I doubt this guy really cares about that. I guess that's it, so like and sub, and I'll see you next time. Bye.